So I'm Katie Owens Johnson, and we're at the Blazers home, and I'm going to interview Grandma and Grandpa Groberg. Okay, let's pick a question here. Do I say who it's from? No. Okay. What language has been the hardest one for you guys to learn? Out of all the languages, how many languages?
I think that probably Tongan was the hardest to learn, but because it took so much time and effort, it's probably the deepest ingrained too.
Mm-hmm.
But it was very hard to learn because there was no training or no dictionary or no help. You just learned it by listening.
Mm-hmm.
And by doing it that way, learning it like a child learns, then it sticks with you more. It becomes part of you.
Yeah.
But Spanish, I really only learned church Spanish, but it was much easier than learning Tongan. I can tell you that. Because there's some similarity between Spanish and English. There's no similarity between Tongan and English at all. Jean?
Well, I can't speak with much authority on that because I haven't really learned another language. Took French in junior high for 3 semesters, and about the only thing I remember from that is some of the Christmas carols that we sang in French. But I learned enough that when I tried to learn Spanish, there were a lot of sort of similarities, and that was helpful there. I didn't really learn Spanish or Tongan very well. So
She did better than she admits.
Enough to get by.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite scripture and why?
Oh, I know we had that one already.
Oh. Well, they didn't cross it off, so.
I don't know that I would say I have just one favorite scripture. I have a lot of favorites, but one of the ones that I have always enjoyed, because it isn't quoted a lot, is from the 124th section of the Doctrine and Covenants, where the Lord is commanding them to build the temple, and He said, and to build a house unto me, and if you do it right, I'll bless you with honor and glory and so forth. And one time when I was reading it, I thought, if you just substitute the word family for house, build a house unto me, well, there's like the house of David, the house of Abraham, meaning the family of David or the family of Abraham. And then it started really so I command you to build a family unto me, and if you do it properly, I'll bless you with all these things. So I don't know, it was just kind of one of those aha moments where, that's really what it means. He's not talking about, he is talking about a temple, but the deeper meaning is a family.
I always liked that concept too. I liked the part where the brother Jared goes to the Lord with the stones and asks the Lord to touch the stones.
Mm-hmm.
The great faith that he had that, he did his work of going up the mountain and preparing the stones, but he knew that the light had to come from the Lord. And I like to liken that we need to approach the Lord and ask Him to touch us, to touch our hearts, to turn our hearts of stone into to have His light, be the source of light for our lives. And you can go through that whole chapter and just kind of substitute, instead of those stones, touch me.
Yeah. So tell us about some home cures or old midwives' tales you or your parents used to use growing up.
I can say very quickly that my mom, her antidote for everything was go to bed, get some rest, and you'll be all right.
Well, I remember the old swabbing the throat. Did you remember when you have a sore throat, you get a Q-tip, a long cotton swab, and put mercurochrome on it, and paint my throat with it inside, and I would gag on that.
Oh,
Didn't you want to
yeah.
do that? Oh, that was the thing before antibiotics or anything. And that, oh,
So like a strep, like a
Yeah.
strep throat
Yeah.
test, but
Yeah.
what would she put on it?
well,
Mercurochrome.
Mercurochrome, which is,
Okay.
It's a mercury product.
It sounds safe.
Put it on cuts and
Okay.
scrapes and cuts, you know, to kill the germs.
Oh, okay.
And then, I got a little bit older, then hydrogen peroxide came, and she'd have us gargle with hydrogen peroxide for sore throat. With the cough and things, we used to get a mustard plaster. I don't know what she put in it, mustard powder or
I
something.
kind of remember
I
that
think
too.
that was
It
day,
was just
and
kind of mustard
then
and
spread the
chalk
stuff
or
and then
something and
cloth
put it on
it.
your-
Like before they go around.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it would kind of penetrate and help with the congestion in the chest. For burns, what was it they used to do for burns?
Yeah, it's
Honey
interesting.
on it or something, I can't remember exactly. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Now, you don't need a doctor, you need to go to bed. That's-
Well, I'm thinking more, you know, for
Yeah.
cuts and.
Never heard of this. Cool.